Hello and welcome back, and today I want to focus on one of the most important parts of digital marketing. It's a basic conversion strategy. What are you doing to get some of this audience to turn into some kind of value for you? When we look at digital marketing across the board, 70% of sales happen as an event triggered by something that happened in the inbox. Email marketing drives much more sales than any other form of digital marketing combined. So capturing email addresses of people who visit your website is really important. And yet, for some reason, it always seems to be very hard. I work with coaching clients for months and months and months, and there's always some kind of complicated reason they haven't got any lead capture on their website. So today, I want to show you a simple process you can use to have lead capture running on your website in multiple forms within 15 minutes. No excuses, you can do this too. So if that sounds like something you'd be interested in, then stick around. If you enjoy this kind of content, then don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. You can click on the bell, give YouTube a thumbs up, let them know this is the kind of content you want to see more of. And if you do enjoy it and you want to continue the conversation with me, I'll be waiting for you down in the comments below. So let's get into lead capture. To show you the quickest way I know to add pop-ups to your website in order that you can start generating email lists through offering opt-ins on your website. There are lots of hard ways to do it, lots of complicated ways, lots of expensive ways. The way I'm going to show you is completely free, and it shouldn't take you more than 15 minutes if you concentrate. I'm hoping this video will be much shorter than that. So this is my website. We're going to add a pop-up to my website, and we're going to do that using an app called Sumo. So simply go to sumo.com. You'll see the sign up page there. Sign up for a free account. Don't pay for anything. And I will show you how to set that up. But what I want to show you first is a few examples of how it might look. There are two methods that I want to focus on. There's the pop-up and the welcome mat. I'm going to focus on list builder pop-up number 1 and welcome mat number 1. I'm going to show you those two because they're the only two you're going to need. A list builder pop-up is simply that. It's a pop-up. 1, 2, 3. There we go. That's a basic pop-up. So close that, come back to the demo. I'm going to show you a welcome mat. And it's just that. You've arrived on the website and somebody throws down the welcome mat and offers you something you really want. Your only choices: give your email address or click no thanks. Both of those might look rather annoying, but both of those are very effective and they work. So how do you set them up? Well, set up your Sumo account. The next thing they'll ask you to do is to add your website. I've already added my website, so for the purposes of this, I'm going to delete it and add it again. So add new website. There we go. Add that site. Here they'll ask you what kind of website you've got, because they will give you subsequent instructions for setting it up depending on what you have. If you don't have any of these, you simply copy this code here and give it to your web developer or paste it into the code. Here they're telling you to copy it into before the closing body tag of the HTML. If you don't know what that means, either Google it or just give it to your web developer. Giving this to a web developer should not trigger an invoice for you because it will take under 5 minutes for the web developer to add in. So I'm going to select WordPress, and they'll invite me to download the WordPress plugin, which I'm not going to do because I'm going to go to WordPress and add it there. So this is my WordPress website. This is me logged in. I'm going to click on plugins. Your WordPress will not look like this. Your WordPress will look quite different. Mine's heavily customized, but I want to click on add new plugin, and then I come over here and I search for Sumo, and here Sumo boost conversions and sales, install now. And once that's installed, I'm going to click activate, and then on the left hand side in the menu I have a new menu option here called Sumo, and normally it would ask me to log in to my Sumo account, the one that you've just created. But because I did this 5 minutes ago as a test, I'm still logged in through WordPress. So I simply come here and click on My Apps, and that takes me back to Sumo. Now, if I click on My Forms, I don't have any forms set up. SumoMe might behave differently for you when you reach this point. Whichever point you reach, whichever direction you come in, it will be very obvious what you've got to do. So I'm going to create a form. And there you can see it's a very simple pop-up. It's being demoed for me in this window. I can see the state that's going to be offered when somebody hasn't opted in, and then the subsequent success message. This one you can probably leave. This one you can customize. So here you'll see, as I mouse over here, you can make some changes. Let's pretend for the moment we're not going to make any changes. I just want this form live on my website fast. So the first thing I want to do is basically work through each of these options and just check I'm happy with all the settings. Visibility is the section where you're going to decide how the website and how the website shows the pop-up, what's going to trigger it. You can leave it on smart mode, and then Sumo will simply decide when's the best time to intervene in that browsing session. But for this demo, I'm going to use manual mode because I want it to show straight away every time you visit, which would be very annoying if you left it like that. But because I need to show you a pop-up, this is how I need to do it. So always show it when a user leaves, and show it after 5 seconds on every visit. And that's it. So I'm going to publish that for the purposes of this demonstration, so you can see how fast it was to get a pop-up on my website. So I reload that page, and hopefully very shortly we'll trigger a pop-up. There we go. So that's that simple pop-up being shown to you. If you pay them, they'll take this away, but honestly it's not going to affect your conversion rate, so you can leave it there. So that's how it looks. If I want to customize it, I can simply come back to Sumo, here, too many windows open, and click on Edit. And I can change the color of the button to be a little bit closer to my brand colors. I'm just winging it here, but I think that'll be about right. I can change the font, see if my company font is here. No, it's not, but this font is close enough. Now, I can also, if I want, change the size of this. Say, okay, well, I want it to be considerably larger. And I want to show an image as well. I want my opt-in image to be there. So I can select a new image from my computer, I don't know why you would want to use any of these. Let me have a look in here. What's here? No, we'll cancel that. I'll simply use this one. Let's pretend this is a picture of our nice PDF. So we're going to make that nice and big there and offer it like that. And maybe I want to have a border around the whole thing as well. So top left. Oh no, around this one. So to have a nice strong border around it. Obviously, I'm not doing much in terms of design finesse here. It's really just designed to get you something to see quickly, so you can see how your changes here will very quickly translate across to here. So again, let that all finish loading, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and hopefully we'll get a pop-up. There we go. So my pop-up is now here again. So there's obviously a little bit of customization still to do, but this is a fast tutorial, so I'm not going to go too much into finessing it. What I want to do now is change that for, pardon me clicking around, the welcome mat alternative. So if I come back here and edit this, come up to form type, and I want to change it to a welcome mat. And again, you can do all the customizations here. If you come down to the design, you can change the background image, picking an existing one. There you go. Obviously you don't want to use this, but I'll simply update this and we'll see how quickly we've gone from a pop-up to a welcome mat. There we go. So again, from a design perspective, you couldn't possibly use this, but you can see how you could probably go a little bit further with each of these options, make them your own, make them compelling, and you're done. So there's really no excuse for not having opt-ins on your website anymore. So the last thing you're going to want to do on this form is actually connect it to your email service, so that if somebody does fill in your form, you actually have a benefit. The email will go into MailChimp or MailerLite or Campaign Monitor, whichever provider you use. So if you come back into your form and you scroll down to the bottom, you'll see Connect to Email Service. You can at this point connect it to whichever email platform you use. Almost every single one that you can imagine is here. Sadly, oh no, MailerLite is there. MailerLite's my favorite, and it is there. And connecting is very easy. It'll be a slightly different process for every single one. But again, it shouldn't take you more than a minute or two. And then you're in business. You can collect email addresses, you can send them through to your email platform, and in the next video, I'm going to show you how to take these email addresses and set up basic automations. So you can go from no conversion plan to a great conversion plan like that. So there you have it. Setting up lead capture on your website in under 10 minutes. It can be done. It shouldn't be very difficult. I'd admittedly skipped quite a few of the process that would probably take you a little bit of time, customizing those opt-in forms to look just the way you want them to look. But unless you're super fussy, you can have it done really quickly, and you can literally be up and running with lead capture on your website within 30 minutes, easily. So I challenge you. I would love to see what you do. If you do follow this tutorial, let me see what you've done. I'd be happy to have a chat with you about that. I'm in the comments. And if you like this kind of content, if you've enjoyed this tutorial and you want to see more of them, give me a thumbs up. And don't forget, you can also subscribe to my YouTube channel. And if you do, hit the bell. That way you will get notifications every time I post new content, which is usually every Tuesday. So thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.